Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the board of the Australian Record Industry Association, the dog himself, Mr. Paul Turner.
Dog, eh? Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, welcome. Tonight we're all participants in a very special event. We're all witnesses to another step forward from the Australian record industry and another long overdue milestone for the rapidly growing business that we're in. We've sat for years and congratulated ourselves on our PR departments and our sales reps and our distribution. We've never taken any notice of our artists. It's now corrected. It's been a pleasure as the chairman of ARIA to have been a part of the formation of these awards. There's been a long and arduous road to this night. You can't believe it. But now that we're here, it's our intention to establish these awards as a long-term annual event. If anything, it will grow in significance. Now, there may be some mistakes on the first year. Errors of omission, errors of judging, errors of definition. Certainly, there are many of you who are unaware of how the nominations and voting procedure works. You will not go away ignorant tonight. There are 20 awards to be given out tonight, 10 of which are the result of a judging school of 60 industry notables, giving their preferential vote to the nominees supplied in all 20 categories by the members of ARIA. 2 awards, those of highest selling album and highest selling single. Do you like my bald head? The record industry calls that. Are based purely on auditor's certificate of sales for the period, now this is important, from January 1, 1986 to December 31st, 1986. The final 8 categories were judged individually by selected panels of experts with skills of relevant areas ranging from best video to best engineer. It is important to understand that all nominees from all categories must have released product during the year January to December 1986. These awards were not meant to be a popularity contest, but an adjudication by record release in the calendar year. There are over 700 nominations in total for the 20 categories. These nominations were received, am I drifting? I haven't even lit one up yet. These nominations were received from member companies of ARIA, major, minor, and independents during January of '87. And the final 5 nominations that you have before you tonight are the finalists as indicated by our auditors. Now there's another story. There's hope for next year, kids. The award auditors are Deloitte, Haskin and Sells. And we have with us tonight, though he has been very quiet in showing himself, Tony Whitfield. I don't know whether he is a music freak, a cricket freak. I wish he'd take up VFL anyway. But he probably is the 13th player for the English team, because let's face it, Botham would have never got on the field without Elton John. Listen, I should have asked you this before. Have you ever won a Grammy?
I did. The first Grammy I won last week. It was the same day as the Sun said that in their headline in England that Elton John loves bondage. Well, we all know.
So you know what these guys are going through.
Yeah, I won it for best group as well. That was pretty good.
Great.
Best group.
Right. He won it for best group. Do you think we should start getting this?
Well, I was just going to say something. Do you mind?
No,
it's all right.
no, sure. Be my guest.
No.
I'm only the chairman.
All right, you're the chairman. So am I, but in a different capacity. When this was first mentioned to me, I demanded a new watch, and I got one. I think this is a good idea, and it's about time this happened. My only piece of advice to you all is in England we have the BPI Awards, which is kind of a shambles now because it's televised every year. And television dictates, more or less, to the committee of the BPI what's going to go on. It's very nice, and the only reason I agreed to do this is because it's not going to be on television. And if in the future years you keep it like that, I think it means something more because it's much more personal. Besides the fact you have former drag queens like me trying to hog the limelight. Well, I don't know about former either. However, as you can see, I've gone blonde, and blondes have more fun, and I'm waiting. Anyone available tonight? Siebel Townhouse. Right. Are you available tonight?
No.
Been the first time for years that you haven't been.
This is true.
Right.
My newfound lover and I
I told you not to smoke that joint.
are about to announce we're going to be up here for about 4, then I'll disappear, and interesting people will come on. To be with Elton, of course.
I wish I were, yes. Carry on.
Are we ready? The award for the Best Australian Video will be given to both the director and the artist. EJ.
All right, the Best Australian Video. The nominees are Tony Leach and Andrew de Groot for Hunters and Collectors video Everything's on Fire, White Mushroom and Festival Records.
Meaningful Eye Contact, director Alex. I did this at rehearsal.
Quick.
Proyas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex. For In Excess Video, Kiss the Dirt, WEA.
Alex Proyas for Crowded Houses video Don't Dream It's Over, capital EMI.
Kimball Rendell for Boom Crash Opera's video Hands Up in the Air, WEA.
And finally, Julie Stone Productions for Big Pig's video of Hungry Town, White Mushroom and Festival Records.
And the winner is...
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, good God.
Oh, I'm too nervous.
Oh, God, I've made a mess of this, haven't I?
That's all right. It's probably Billy Guts.
And the winner is Alex Proyas and Crowded House for Don't Dream It's Over.
On behalf of Alex Boyce and Crowded Houses, the producer of the video, Andrew McPhail, Meaningful Eye Contact. Thank you, sir.
One for them, one for you.
One for them and one for you. Okay, fantastic.
Inaugural acceptance speech time, I guess. The first one. Firstly, I'd like to thank 2 groups of people. The first is Meaningful Eye Contact, who is made up of a number of people. The first being Alex Proyas, who's quite a visual genius, to say the least. I really mean that. Peter Miller, who normally art directs the clips and did a great job on Crowded House, particularly when we only had, I think it was 5 days to organise the whole thing. Sean Callanan, who production designed it. and Craig Wood, who cut it. I'd also like to thank Rob Walker from EMI, who was fantastic in that the deal we had was basically through Capitol Records in America, and he floated the money on behalf of Capitol Records, which is saying something in this industry, I think. Thank you, Rob, for doing it so quickly. Crowded House were fantastic to work with. We called them the New Beatles. I don't know whether that's the right term. Everyone else seems to have capitalised on it. Matthew Cummings, I'd like to thank for buying all the props in such a short time. ECV, who did a fantastic job for us. And not only that, have helped us out in more ways than one, which I'll get to at the moment. Who else? I mean, basically, Meaningful Eye Contact last year had a long year, and a hard year, and a good year. We worked for little profit, but we worked our butts off in order to do the best we possibly could. And this is really an honour to have the first ARIA award. Is really an honour. The second group of people I'd like to thank, you rock and rollers, I don't know, you rock and rollers. The second group of people I'd really like to thank, and I'm accepting this award on behalf of this second group of people, are the video makers in this country, who I think have, for a lot of effort and little money, have put a lot into this industry. And this is for everyone, okay? Thank you.
Did you think that was a video clip or a Cecil B. DeMille movie?
More like a Rod Stewart album. Right,
He's having a go at me.
Oh, real label, yes.
Best Australian cover artwork. Elton.
The nominees are...
Oh, Richard Allen for the Models album. Models Media for... And then for I'm Talking album, Bear Witness. Regular festival.
Right, second nomination, Art Staff for Australian Crawls album, Final Wave on Freestyle RCA. That's not right, is it?
That'll do. Malpass Design Group, Steve Malpass, designer for Johnny Farnham's album, Whispering Jack, Weekly RCA. Sorry, Brian.
Nick Seymour for Crowded House's album, Crowded House, capital EMI.
Where are you?
Buster Sticks here. Buster Sticks for Pseudo Echo's album, Love and Adventure. You've got to keep up, darling.
Okay,
EMI.
all right, fine.
And
Ollie Witter, for Big Pigs album, Big Pigs, Mushroom and Festival. Open it.
I will. And the winner is Best Australian Artwork.
I know.
Ole Witter for Big Pig.
There you go.
Accepting on behalf of Ollie Witter of Big Pig is the General Manager of Mushroom Records, Gary Ashley.
Ollie can't be with us tonight because he's out on the road and writing songs for the new album. But Big Pig is one of the new creative talents on the Australian front, and A&M Records have seen the site to sign them for the world outside of Australia and New Zealand, of course. And Big Pig will be the band for 87.
Also happens to be the name of my publishing company. Not another fucking lawsuit, I hope. All right. Right. Oh, first you're on Geffen, then you get the lawsuits. Oh, I don't know. Right. Best Australian Original Soundtrack or Cast Recording. The nominees are...
YMCA.
Yeah?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee, soundtrack produced and composed by Peter Best, EMI.
Dancing Days, soundtrack produced by Martin Armiger, ABC Records and Festival.
For Love Alone, soundtrack produced by Nathan Wax, WEA, and I can't remember releasing it.
No. Illusion, live cast recording, songs by Peter Carey and Martin Armiger, ABC Records Festival.
Open it.
No, you've got one
Oh,
more to
one
announce.
more. The Pack of Women, soundtrack written by Robin Archer. ABC Records through Festival. And the winner is... Did you get that YMCA?
Yeah,
that's all right.
YMCA,
That's
the
fine.
village people who try to insinuate that I'm a poofter, right.
The label.
Oh, I see. The winner is The Pack of Women, soundtrack written by Robin Archer.
Accepting the award for the Pack of Women are its producers Di Manson and Andrew Bell.
I'm not Robin Archer, you might have noticed, but she's in Adelaide, and this isn't Robin Archer either, this is Andrew Bell, who actually produced the album and co-wrote the songs. Robin did the lyrics, and I can only say that it's a testament to the strength of and independence of the industry that people actually sat and listened to an album of Robin Archer lyrics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not many winners turning up to collect the awards. You see, when you do the Grammys in America, they don't give you one unless you sing on the bloody stage. Right, this what makes this award so truthful. Nobody's here, but we're still giving them away. Right, do I see Frank Ifield in the audience? No,
Okay. Best Australian Jazz Record.
Nominees are
SO Australia Jazz Summit, various artists, ABC Records through Festival.
Lush Life, the George Goller Orchestra, a tribute to Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn, ABC Records Festival.
The Last Train for Casablanca leaves Once in a Blue Moon by Dickie Hughes on Larrikin.
Tell Me a Secret by Vince Jones on EMI.
Woman of Mystery, Marie Montgomery, Larrikin. And the winner is Elton.
You insinuating that I'm a woman of mystery?
No, dear.
The winner is the George Goller Orchestra, Lush Life, a tribute to Duke Ellington and Billy Strayhorn.
Accepting on behalf of George Goller is Christopher Lawrence of ABC Enterprises.
Thank you very much.
Are you all right?
Pick it up.
I can't use it.
I need that. George Goller is in Canberra tonight. He can't accept the award, but I'd like to accept this on behalf of George and his producer for the recording, Cleon Dennis. We're very honoured. Thanks very much.
I'm off.
Yes, Paul, you've done a marvellous job. Piss off and let's get someone who will actually turn up for an award.
Thank
right.
you.
Hang on. The next presenter is a fantastic entrepreneur, now owns several radio stations, Triple M, 3 Eon, Triple Eon, or whatever it is. Manager of John Farnham, the Little River Band, Pseudo Echo, and it says here, ex-bass player with the Masters Apprentices. Fellow blonde, manager, publisher, and promoter, Glenn Wheatley.
Thank you. I'm here to announce or to introduce for the Best Australian Classical Record. And the first nominee is Robert Allworth, Last Look at Bronte.
Got to wait for the cue. Right.
That's not yours.
No. The Australian Chamber Orchestra for Mozart in Delphi on ABC Records Festival.
Oh, I see. Oh, I missed out something. The first one was on Possum, RCA, sorry. Okay, Barry Conningham, Southern Cross Ice Carving, EMI.
Grant Foster for Rhapsody for Piano and Orchestra on EMI.
and the Sydney University Chamber Choir, the Victoria Requiem ABC Records Festival.
Don't say they're all here, right? I mean, good God. And the winner is Barry Conyngham for Southern Cross Ice Carving. Winner present. Thank God.
It's nice to be here to represent perhaps the other side of music, and I'd like to thank, first of all, Van der Wilke Milschke, who violinist on the recording, Roger Woodward, the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, and the ABC, EMI, APRA, and anyone else I may have forgotten. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
All right, the Best Australian Country Record. Actually, Elton, with the current political turmoil in the coalition parties, we almost cancelled this award because one of the nominated albums had a picture of Ian Sinclair on the cover. But it's okay, it was only a removable sticker.
Oh, that was the Gene Stafford album, obviously.
Yes. Johnny Chester, There's a Shadow on the Moon Tonight, RCA.
We're waiting for the thing to... Slim Dusty, Stories I Wanted to Tell on EMI.
Gene Stafford, Burning Bright, EMI.
The Three Chord Wonders, Try Change on EMI.
And John Williamson, Mallee Boy, Matthews Music Festival.
And the winner is... Hey True Blue. John Williamson.
Don't say you're gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoke out, and you'll be back later on.
Well, I made sure I was here because this award is an Australian award, and that's the most important thing to me. And the fabulous company I work for is the Australian Company Festival. And I'd like to make a special thanks to the engineer of my Mallee Boy record and all my albums, Peter Walker. And thank you also to the Fair Dingham team. Thank you very much. I'm very proud. Thank you.
Right, the next category is the Best Australian Adult Contemporary Record. And there's a little explanation here. Eligibility for this category is based on the records whose main market is adult-oriented and whose target audience is over 25 years.
Cuts me out.
Obviously not Triple M, the Neon. Okay.
Right.
The Best Australian Adult Contemporary Record. Dragon, Dreams of Ordinary Men, Polygram.
This is the first time tonight I'm going to say John Farnham, Whispering Jack, Wheatley RCA.
I'm glad you announced that one. Vince Jones, Tell Me a Secret, EMI.
Mondo Rock for Boom Baby Boom on Polygram.
And the Reels, Bad Moon Rising, Regular Festival.
And the winner is... John Farnham, Whispering Jack.
Thank you very much indeed. This is fun. I have to thank everybody, no one but everybody. The support I've been given in the last 20 years has been phenomenal, particularly in the last 8 to 10 months. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
You get to say all the long words, right?
All right. This is for the best Australian indigenous record. Yes, indigenous. I actually had to look twice at that record. I thought it was a new slogan for the Liberal Party. But indigenous record is eligibility for the best Australian indigenous record is based on music that is ethnic Australian in expression, intent and design.
And the nominees are Coloured Stone for Human Love on Powderworks Records.
Dave de Hugard, The Magpie and the Wattle, Larrikin.
Scirocco for their voyage on Larrikin.
Thank you. Three Chord Wonders, Try Change, EMI.
And John Williamson for Mallee Boy, Matthews Music and Festival. And the winner is Coloured Stone for Human Love.
On behalf of Coloured Stone as the Managing Director of Powderworks Records, John Evans.
I really can't accept this because there's two guys sitting over there on the Powderworks table that must come up. They are the people behind it because Coloured Stone is, please, it's not really Powderworks, it's these two guys. Please. I'm sorry to take up your time, but it's... The member of the band and the actual manager, and they came to us, and it's really their award. We're only the people behind the scene. This is the talent.
You don't know how proud I am to receive this award. And I'm proud to be an Australian. And I'm proud of Australia. And I'd like to thank Russell, Martin Jennings, and RCA. And I wish everybody here all the best for the future. God bless you all.
You are. Thank you. Right, goodbye, Glenn, it says here. Our next presenter. He should worry. Right, next presenter. Bit of glamour for a change. This presenter is the host of Channel 10's late night music show Music Video. Ladies and gentlemen, Basha Bonkowski. Hello, sweetheart.
I tried to match my wig to your hair. Didn't work, sorry.
It's all right, don't worry.
How are you all? I got the blue wrong. The first category, we'll have fun presenting this one tonight.
Oh, yes.
Best Australian Comedy Record. And the nominees are Ostentatious for Do the Pope.
Australia, You're Standing in It. Music and lyrics by Mary Keneally and Stephen Blackburn. ABC Records Festival.
Rodney Rude for Rude Rides Again.
Vince Sorrenti for Unbelievable on CBS.
And finally, Kevin Bloody Wilson for Kev's Back.
Good God. Kevin Bloody Wilson.
I'm wrecked, I'm a mess and can hardly talk. 2 steps to the south and 3 to the north, doing the last mile walk.
Feel as flash as a rat with a gold tooth right now, too. I guess there's got to be a lot of people who'd like to say thanks to. I heard that comment before. If people read racism into what I do, well, they can go f*** themselves, really. The whole thing was written as a bit of a giggle. It was never ever intended to get as big as it was. It was for a rugby club in Perth. So I'm just delighted to be up here tonight to receive it, and thanks very much for the ARIA. I appreciate it.
The next award is for Best Australian Engineer, and this is based on the engineer's body of work throughout the period of...
Eligibility, yes.
Thank you. And the nominees are John B. for You Are Soul, Doug Mulray and the Rude Band, Mushroom and Festival,
Doug Brady for Whispering Jack, John Farnham, Wheatley RCA,
Guy Gray for Show Me, Flotsam Jetsam,
Jim Take for Wawani CBS,
and Alan Wright for Sex and Fame, Jump Incorporated.
Listen, why don't you do one of these? It's really, come on.
Thank you. And the winner is... Alan Wright.
Thank you, ARIA. Thank you, Australian Music. And I blow me out.
We've got lots of little notes in the column for this one. This is the award for Best Australian Producer. They get around a bit, I think. This award is also based on the body of work of the producer throughout the period of eligibility. And the nominees are Brian Canham for Funky Town, Pseudo Echo,
Charles Fisher for Tango Bravo, The Cockroaches and Martin Plaza,
Ross Fraser for John Farnham and John Justin,
Mark Opitz for The Models, The Reels, In Excess, Jimmy Barnes, Noiseworks and Jump Incorporated,
and Alan Thorne for Gossip, Paul Kelly and the Coloured Girls.
and the winner is Mark Opitz.
Everybody shake, everybody groove, everybody shake.
This is really a great honour for me to get the first one. I'd like to thank ARIA for doing this. It's about time. I'd like to thank the Models, Noiseworks, In Excess, Jimmy Barnes, The Reels, and the SBS. Thank you very much.
Australian Songwriter, which may be judged by any number of songs written during the time frame. First nominee, and the nominees are Neil Finn for Mean to Me, Don't Dream It's Over, Now We're Getting Somewhere, from Crowded House.
Paul Gray for Stimulation, I Could Make You Love Me, from Wawani.
In Excess for the single Listen Like Thieves.
Paul Kelly for Before Too Long.
And Eric McCusker for Rule of Three, recorded by Mondo Rock and No One Comes Close, recorded by John Farnham.
And the winner, this is a really good category for me because I'm like a good songwriter, and this is a really happy evening to be at. I'm really enjoying this. You having a good time?
Yes,
That's good.
fabulous.
Great. Fabulous. The winner is Neil Finn.
Accepting on behalf of Neil Finn is the General Manager of Mushroom Music, Ian James.
All right. Neil's in America, where they appear to be paying a bit of attention to his songwriting as well at the moment. On his behalf, thanks to Capitol and EMI for putting in the time on this record. It took a while to get it started, but it seems to be doing quite nicely now. It's a pity that there couldn't be two winners, because I think Paul Kelly also deserves a songwriting award. And finally, I'm very pleased and proud to be Neil's publisher, so thank you very much.
Basha, it's been fabulous, but go. Because we have to move things along. Thank you very much.
Okay,
all right, thank you.
On the subject of Crowded House, I know that EMI in England have not yet scheduled the album or any single, which I think is disgraceful. So I sent 6 cassettes across last week to all the Radio 1 disc jockeys, and hopefully that situation will be corrected. Aren't I lovely? Right, here we go. The next presenter is the Lord Mayor of Sydney. Well-known Qantas flyer. Oh, no, wrong bloke. Wrong, same right surname. No, it's Donny Sutherland. All right?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. It's lovely to have the whole business together in one room.
Yes.
And thank you for being here.
Oh, I'm always here. You know, I've been here 5.5 months now.
I was going to ask you.
Still waiting to have the baby.
I was going to say, how long will you stay? But they said you're leaving tomorrow. Is that right?
I'm leaving tomorrow, yes. There'll be a ticker-tape welcome to the airport.
I would think so.
Piss off, for Christ's sake.
And my brother Doug will look after all that. What about a round of applause for Elton John for all he's done? You're a good man. Thank you. Best Australian New Talent is the first Big Pig, Hungry Town, our first nominee.
Right. You have to wait until it comes up, right? Right, second nominee. Boom Crash Opera, The Great Wall, and Hands Up in the Air, WAA.
Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over, Capitol, EMI.
Ups and Downs by The Living Kind on True Tone Polygram.
And Wawani for Stimulation, CBS.
And the winner is, and they're going to have a Crowded House because it's Crowded House.
Accepting on behalf of Crowded House, the Managing Director of EMI Records, David Snell.
I'm pleased to make the announcement that having had the benefit of the world's #1 radio plugger in London, EMI London are releasing on March 16th. Thanks very much, Elton. On behalf of the band, I think you all know they're in America right now, trying to push their single a little higher up the chart, and I'm also pleased to say that the band are going to be released in Germany very, very soon as well. So on behalf of the band, thank you very much, ARIA. Thank you very much, everybody.
No, you know.
All right, next category, highest selling single. And our first nominee, Boom Crash Opera, Great Wall WEA.
Do Re Mi, Guns and Butter, Virgin, EMI.
Dragon Dreams of Ordinary Men. Good luck, Polygram.
John Farnham, You're the Voice, Wheatley, RCA.
In Excess, Jimmy Barnes, Good Times Mushroom Festival.
Pseudo Echo for Won't You Take Me to Funky Town on EMI.
And Wawani's Stimulation on CBS.
Feeling nervous. Right, here we go. The winner is... Darling, I hope you're going to buy a bigger house. John Farnham, You're the Voice.
Thank you. Oh, what a night. I would like to thank RCA. They have been behind me 1,000%, and I really want to thank them for that. A large part of the success of the album, a larger part of the success of the album is due to the producer, Ross Fraser, and I want to thank him very much. Thanks, mate. But I, most of all, would like to thank my manager and very close friend, Glenn Wheatley, for putting... He put his money where my mouth is, and I thank him very much for that. Thanks, Glenn. Thank you very much indeed.
Before we rush on, things are going quite quickly.
Yes,
I know, we're ahead. But it's really nice to see someone like John come back, or come through it after 20 years and make better records than he ever has done. I think it's tremendous. And it's an inspiration to everybody, surely. And talking of RCA Records, you've been very busy since I've been here, haven't you? You had Kenny and Dolly, you've got John on the road at the moment, you've had the Eurythmics, you've had Whitney Houston, not that you saw her. I just find it intolerably rude when artists come to a foreign country and don't even bother to meet the record company when they work their balls off, you know? You've had Lionel Richie, and, you know, you've been very busy. It's quite interesting because this ties in. Did you hear that Hitler actually only died last week or something like that?
Yeah, I read that.
In Argentina. Well, of course, at the age of 941. But I mean, I got a telex before the show on that subject, really, to the manager. Is it Brian Smith of RCA? Yes. Yes. It says, "Attention, Brian. Elvis Presley will be arriving tomorrow. Please have appropriate window displays ready and all the gold records." Right. Just testing, Brian. Right. Here we go.
Highest selling Australian album, and our first nominee, Dreams of Ordinary Men, Dragon, Polygram.
John Farnham, Whispering Jack, Wheatley, RCA.
Tim Finn, Big Canoe, Virgin EMI.
Ice House for Measure on Regular Festival.
Rodney Rood, Rood Rides Again, EMI.
Spy versus Spy. Ad Mod TV Verse. WEA. Is that AO, isn't it?
Yeah, modified television version.
Yes, yes.
Right. Not Virgin.
Yes. Virgin.
Kevin Bloody Wilson, Kev's back, CBS.
I wonder who it's going to be. Well, I told you, John Farnham.
Whispering Jack.
Shit, what a year. I nearly said fuck then, I'm sorry. This is unbelievable. And I've never said that publicly before. And actually, I wanted to ask Elton a question. What's bondage?
It's a beach in Sydney.
Thank you very much.
In this article in the Sun newspaper, it says that I was lying on the bed dressed in a Cleopatra outfit. Good God. With my bag of tricks at the side. Yes, well, never mind. And today in the Melbourne Sun, it says I married a man. Good God. I shall be releasing my version of You're the Voice in England immediately.
Yeah,
best Australian female.
Righto. This is eligibility for the Best Female Artist category is restricted to artists who have released, and particularly females, who have released product in their own name.
What?
I didn't come to rehearsals.
To artists who released product in their own name. Good God, I should put out a record of Sharon Idol won it.
Right, the nominees.
The nominees for the Best Australian Female Artist are Renee Geyer, Live at the Basement, ABC Records Festival.
And Joe Kennedy, Pack of Women, ABC Records Festival.
Wendy Matthews, Dancing Days, ABC Records Festival.
Jenny Morris, You're Gonna Get Hurt, WEA.
Gene Stafford for Burning Bright on EMI.
Actually, I know which my favourite record is out of that lot. I wonder if it's going to win. And it has. Jenny Morris, You're Gonna Get Hurt.
Well, there's a few reasons why I wanted to be up on the stage. One of them was to get a close look at Elton's throat.
Yeah.
Is it real?
That's what you do for sleeping with the Queen of England. Right.
I had to give him a break. Well, this is one award that John Farnham can't win. There's lots of people I'd like to thank, and I'm going to bore you all by going through every one of them. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody at MMA, especially Chris and Gary and Giselle and Justin. I'd like to thank everybody at Weir, especially Philip Mortlock, and Peter and Paul. And a special thanks to my friends in Excess who really helped me and encouraged me a lot. and especially out of In Excess, Andrew Farris. And a very big thanks to my husband, Paul, for all this encouragement. Thank you very much. Oh, I nearly forgot. I really did want to say congratulations to the other nominees and also to other women in the industry, Kate, Deborah, Sharon, for really picking up women's music in Australia and really setting it on a good path. Thank you.
Jenny Morris, congratulations to all the winners tonight. Thank you for sticking by sounds, and thank you. Thank you, Elton.
Right, our next presenter is, well, a legendary figure in the Australian recording industry. I can't imagine anybody being with a recording company for 40 years, especially after being on Geffen. It was bad enough for 5. But this man has been with EMI for 40 years, and that's a wonderful achievement for a record company and artist. And he's the biggest selling record artist ever in the history of Australian music, and it's a privilege to introduce Slim Dusty. How does it feel to have been with a record company for 40 years? Tell me.
It's a little bit hard to believe because when you when I think of the standards we had back 45 years ago, and to think of the techniques today, it's a bit hard to take in. But it's very satisfying to see the great progress in the recording field, really.
Oh, and it hasn't affected you one bit. You sell more now than you ever did, right?
Well, I don't know. We're still.
I'll have dinner with you later. Right.
We're still battling.
Okay. Have these, no, right?
Do we start off with this?
Come on, yeah, that's right, right.
Let's get on with it. Well, this is the best Australian male artist. And we kick off with Jimmy Barnes, Good Time, recorded with In Excess on Mushroom Festival.
You see that?
Yeah.
John Farnham for Whispering Jack on Weekly RCA.
Then we have Tim Finn, Big Canoe on Virgin EMI.
Paul Kelly for Gossip on Mushroom and Festival.
Then we have Martin Plaza Suit on CBS. And the winner is...
You open it, go on.
Let's see. Johnny Farnham.
I'm not going to swear again. I'm sorry, I was pissed.
It's the new single by Cilla Black.
I have had many fantastic things happen to me in the time that I've been doing what I do. This year has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. I want to thank my wife for being my wife. I got to tell you the reason. The reason I love my wife so much is that she's nothing like her mother, who is a dog. Her mother's a dog, but no, the woman is a dog. But she's a damn good kiss, and I love her very much. She has been the light of my life. I deeply adore her, and I want to thank everyone. Thank you, ARIA. Thank you very much.
Well, right now we'd like to move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the Best Australian Group. And I think this really is something, you know, for the Australian country music scene. And number one, we've got Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over, EMI.
Hunters and Collectors for Human Frailty, White Mushroom and Festival Records.
And number three, we have In Excess, Listen Like These, WEA.
Midnight Oil for the Dead Heart on CBS.
Then we have Pseudo Echo, Funky Town, EMI. And the winner is...
And the winner is... Oh, boys, you're going to be pleased about this. In Excess, Listen Like These. Hiya. Well, it's grown-up night tonight, isn't it?
There's one missing.
Some of it. Hey, some of us are missing. One is missing. I'd just like to say, well, thank you for to the industry tonight. Thank you for your attention, and it's good to see something like this happening at last, if you know what I mean. And I don't know, I thought we were actually too late for this one. Anyway, we started rehearsals today for our new album, and we're happy.
We got this one in just in time.
We got this one in right in time. This is going to get us through. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Australia, this is just the beginning.
I have one more thing to say. A lot of bands in Australia have toured for many years, and rock and roll groups, young people, spent many years of their lives doing something they figure is worthwhile. And Jenny Morris spent some time with us singing overseas as well, and in this country. And the nicest thing about Jenny's situation, she came back off the road and got married. And there's a lot worse things that can happen to you, you know?
Thank you.
Thank you to WEA very much. And Chris Murphy.
I must admit I'm very pleased because Chris Thomas, who produced the album, who produced some of my albums, is here tonight, and it was great to see In Excess break in America last year. It's tremendous. It's always exciting to see someone from Australia break in America or anywhere. Talking of Chris Thomas, I'm going to tell a story on his behalf. Well, Chris actually produced quite a lot of stuff on the Beatles' White Album, the double album, and played on quite a lot of it. And at that time, that was the first thing he'd ever produced. Not a bad thing to start with, really, is it, I suppose? Apart from going through about 300 pairs of disposable diapers, he managed to complete work on a lot of the tracks. And when the album was released, it sold about 2 million in the first half an hour. And that was only in Liverpool. And I shouldn't say this story, it's really naughty. But the people that sort of said, well, thanks very much, Chris, for producing some of this. And he was driving in someone's Rolls Royce down Park Lane, who should be nameless, and they said, Chris, we are going to give you a reward because you played a big part in this album. And suddenly he thought of a new house, his own island, and they gave him a cheque for £36. But his prices have gone up. Well done, Chris. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Actually, we're starting a sort of an old-time country music type of show out at Richmond, before too long. I think we might get Elton out there for some of our comedy sketches.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Old time, eh? Thank you.
Yeah, the old time country halls. Well, anyway, we'd like to get down to the best Australian single. And of course, number one is Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over, capital EMI.
Him with his single on Weekly and RCA.
And we certainly having the same names coming up. Hunters and Collectors, Say Goodbye, White Mushroom and Festival.
In Excess, Jimmy Barnes, Good Times, Mushroom and Festival.
And here we go again with Paul Kelly and the Coloured Girls, Before Too Long, Mushroom Festival.
And the winner is... him. John Farnham, you're the voice.
Thank you very much. I was out the back talking to Peter Aiken, drinking white wine. If nothing else ever happens for me, good. Stuff it. Thank you very, very much indeed. I am the happiest man in the world. I'll fight anybody who says they're happier than me. Thank you very, very much.
I think he should be the happiest man in Australia anyway.
Right, we're coming now to the sort of the real star prize on any awards program. I must admit this has been a real privilege to be at because I've been a fan of Australian music for a long time. I remember Daddy Cool started me off a long time ago. And we watched it grow and grow and grow, and even now it's only just being tapped. There are so many bands here that have got so much talent, and I wish it was like this in England, but it isn't. This is a country that has so much talent, and it hasn't even started here yet, believe you me. Right, Slim.
Quite right too. Anyway, we come down now to the best Australian album. And we have number one, Crowned House, EMI.
Sir John Farnham for Whispering Jack.
And then once we have Hunters and Collectors once again, Human Filter and White Mushroom and Festival.
Paul Kelly and the Coloured Girls for Gossip on Mushroom and Festival.
How do we say this? Spy versus Spy.
AM Mod TV verse.
WEA. And the winner is...
I'm not going to tell you.
No.
Sir John Farnham.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please. Thank you. I love this business. I love doing what I do, and thank you to the people who like what I do. Yeah. No, look, oh shit, I may as well. No, everyone that worked on the album, Ross Fraser, Dougie Brady, Michael Wicko, the assistant engineer, AAV, RCA, Glenn Wheatley, Gaynor Wheatley, my wife, my son. Yeah, I better take my gear off. Everyone has been unusually kind to me over this thing, and I really want to thank you.
Well, that just about brings this first ARIA Awards show to an end. It's been a memorable occasion, a very joyous occasion, and I'm very privileged to have been present and host the first one. It's also the shortest awards ceremony ever on record. And I'd like to thank everybody who came up here, who was very brief, apart from the first gentleman. Never mind. Right. Thank you very much. What would I do now? He said. Say good night. Say good night. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.